Leisure time and hobbies. Part 1. Social interaction. Question 1. What do you do in your free time? Answer. Well, one of my leisure pursuits is meditation. I have been practicing meditation since I was in college. I find it a fantastic way to enhance my wellness. Question 2. Do you like music? Answer. Yes, without a doubt. Music plays an important role in my life. For me, melodic rhythms are like a remedy for my soul, so I consider music as a best friend who I can turn to whenever I feel ups and downs. Question 3. How do you spend your weekend? Answer. I live in an extended family with many generations living together. My parents and I are always up to the ears with work during all weekdays, so at the weekend we often stay at home to have some family gatherings with my grandparents. We think that it is a good way for us to maintain our bonds among family members. Question 4. Did your hobbies change when you were a child? Answer. Of course I did. When I was younger, I was addicted to playing video games, and I didn't know that it had a negative impact on me both physically and mentally. Now I realize that doing something good for my health is much more important, so now instead of playing unhealthy games, I often choose to play sports in my free time. Question 5. Do you think hobbies are important? Answer. Yes, I do believe that pursuing a pastime is of importance in our life because we are fully occupied carrying out our duty at work, not to mention doing our domestic chores. Therefore, it is very crucial for each individual to have their own hobbies to do in leisure time to unwind and ease stress. Question 6. Do you often share your hobbies with your friends or family members? Answer. Yes, I do. I would love to talk about the benefits which I gain from enjoying my pastimes with them, and I think that it is a nice way to spread positive things for everyone around us. I was inspired by many famous figures from their hobbies, and I do hope my stories will have a great influence on people I love. Question 7. What hobbies are popular in your country? Answer. In fact, I guess Vietnamese people are fond of watching YouTube or following news on Facebook. Wi-Fi or 4G in Vietnam are not as pricey as in other countries, so it is easy for everyone to access the internet. Our people also have a thirst for traveling because it is a brilliant way to broaden horizons and reduce stress. Question 8. What sort of hobbies would you like to try in the future? Answer. To be honest, I do not have a real knack for playing sports, but if I have a chance, I will give playing golf a try. I love getting close to nature, and golf courses are usually surrounded by a lot of greenery. Question 9. Do you think that it is difficult to start a new sport? Answer. No, I don't think taking up a new sport is a daunting task because all you need is practice and patience. I do understand that there are numerous steps and rules to get familiar at the beginning, and the stage of starting to practice playing a certain sport is always difficult for us. So, don't rush and stay focused are the key to succeed in every sport. Question 10. Are there differences in pursuing hobbies among men and women? Answer. As a gender equality advocate, I do reckon that there is no difference between the preferences among both sexes. Nowadays, women can do everything if they really aspire to do so. In the past, you saw extreme sports were only for men, but today a lot of females take up these sports and they really nail it. Part 2. Solution discussion. Situation. You are going to start new hobby. Here are some recommendations. Taking up a new sport, doing gardening, learning a new language. Answer. I will go for learning a new language, for example, Chinese. This language is quite predominant in Vietnam currently, and when you have a command of Chinese, you will have more advantage when you are more competitive in the job market. while students in Vietnam are struggling with learning foreign languages. I don't think I have any difficulties in organizing lexical items and grammatical rules. I enjoy playing vocabulary games and learning the definitions of new words, and I find using a new language interesting because it forces your brain to work simultaneously. I mean, it has to perform a function of translating two languages at the same time. I tremendously enjoy traveling, so mastering Chinese enables me easy to wander deeper into one of the most ancient and mysterious cultures of the world. I suppose gardening is pretty therapeutic because I have chances to get close to nature. However, I do not have green fingers, so this idea does not work for me. I have been playing basketball and going swimming for a decade, and I guess they are enough for me. Thanks to regular training, my body is in good shape, and my stamina is also built up, so I reckon that starting a new sport is not necessary. It is believed that I will get fed up with them if I practice them for a long time. I admit that I can get bored doing something too much, but sports are different because every day I get excited when I break new records. For example, yesterday it took me 10 minutes to finish the 100-meter freestyle swimming distance, but tomorrow I will try to spend only 8 minutes completing that distance. Part 3, Topic Development. Topic. Describe a hobby you used to have in the past. Answer. I was passionate about playing football when I was a kid. However, I went off football and I started going to the gym instead. I still remember vividly that I was overjoyed when my parents took me to the football training center. There were a lot of skillful players there who were the same age as me, and I was warmly welcomed by all members, including coaches, which made me feel like I was at home. I spend 3 to 4 days a week training in the center. Although it was challenging at first, it only took me a couple of weeks to get familiar with new techniques and other members in our teams. After that, I was selected to be an official player to compete in a football tournament among local schools. My heart sank when I did not score in this competition, but I gained so many wonderful experiences because I had chances to meet nice fellows and to learn from them. When I was 18, I suffered from a severe leg injury hindering me from playing soccer, so I gave up. It was one of the most terrifying moments in my entire life, because I had to say goodbye to something I considered as my aspiration, motivation, and my love. However, at that moment I received a lot of care and support from not only family but also my friends, which made me feel like I was invigorated. I no longer play football, but watching football on TV is still my enjoyable pastime. Whenever I have time to talk with my besties, football is always a mainstream topic of conversation. Follow-up questions. Question 1. Why do some people give up their hobbies? In my opinion, there are several reasons why people change their hobbies. Firstly, they may find that their current pastime is no longer suitable for them. For example, people are heavily into playing volleyball, but when they get older, their body and physical health do not allow them to take part in a sport requiring a lot of movement and strength. Secondly, when people get a higher income, their hobbies also change. They spend more money on fantastic trips or expensive sports such as golf or tennis because they regard playing these sports as a way to show off their wealth and social status. Question 2. How can busy people manage time to pursue their hobbies? It is an interesting question. I believe each individual, no matter how engaged they are with work or study, they still find a way to unwind. It is not necessary to spend a whale of time just playing sports or reading a book. Whenever they have a break, they can turn music on to listen to, read a few pages of books, watch some good movies, or even they can take some brisk walk to the office if their houses are near. For those who are keen on sports, they totally can opt for cycling to work because it is a brilliant way not only to keep fit and protect our environment but also satisfy their preferences.